Hi, David at Gabion 1. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to turn a Gabion cube into a Gabion planter. So we'll just start the demo now. So we're just going to put the helicals in, quickly wind down and create the cube. These helicals are all provided as part of the kit set, no extra cost. This Gabion planter that we're building today is 24 inch or 600 by 18 inch or 450, but we have hundreds of sizes available. So this is just a nice easy size to work with. We're using the 4.5mm welded mesh, or if you're an Imperial, the 3/16 welded mesh. And the last helical is just about to go in. Now the cages are just a little bit loose while we're assembling them, but that's normal. As soon as the rocks go in, it'll all tighten up. Now what we're going to do with this planter is we're going to put it on bricks, just so that it just looks a bit neater and an interesting thing. So basically you're taking a standard kit set, adding a plant, a few bricks, a few rocks, and ending up with something quite attractive. Now we're going to sit our planter on some polystyrene so that we won't use quite so many rocks, and if it's on a deck or a balcony it won't weigh so much. Now what we've done is we've cut a hole out of here with bolt cutters so that when the lid goes on, the plant sits there beautifully. So the top tip with all Gabions is if you just put a temporary wire across the top, that will stop the cage blowing out. So a little brace wire in across the top just keeps the whole thing true and straight, so when we go to put the lid on, it's it. So there we have it, ready to put our rocks in. Now we're using rounded river rocks. Which don't need to be hand stacked. And because we're using the heavier 4.5mm wire, the cage is very robust and strong. You can take the weight of the rocks bouncing around. The lighter 3mm welded mesh, you'd have to take a bit more time to carefully hand stack the rocks in. Or if you're using an angular rock, again you would take a bit more time. The beauty of Gabions is that you can just use any rock that's local. You don't need to use an expensive rock. So around where we live we have lots of rounded river rocks. Just adjust the top ones in. Now this is where the brace wires here have kept the cage nice and true and square. Get the lid. Just to adjust any rocks down that might be, swap them round. Now if a couple of small rocks fall out, that's not a worry, they can just go back in the top. So now we're just going to put the helicals through. With the lid. 3 more to go. The helicals just wind through like a corkscrew. And as I said, they're a little loose until the rocks go in, and that then tensions everything up. So this is one of the many sizes we've got on our website. As I said, it's a 600 by 600 square by 450 tall, or a 24 inch by 24 inch by 18 inch. And there we have the planter. I can take the temporary wires out now because they're no longer needed. And how easy is that? Here we've got a Gabion planter ready to take the plants, sitting on 4 bricks.